Hey guys, what's good? I thought I'd talk a little bit about Doc Antle from the Tiger King series on Netflix because there were a lot of accusations about Doc Antle as well as Joe Exotic and Carol, and there's a list of interesting characters in that series. But the person who came out looking probably the cleanest was Doc Antle, and I've been watching some videos. He did a podcast with Theo Vaughn, which was, it was pretty good. And he did another video with, what's that guy's name? That little, that Italian comedian with the mustache. I can't think of his name, but he did another video with that guy. And talking about the Tiger King, this is like post Tiger King airing. And Doc Antle, um, he is very put together in his responses to all these accusations, and he has an answer for everything. Um, Here's my thing about Doc Antle. I don't necessarily disagree with him having that zoo. He seems to have very good relationships with all of his animals. I've watched a lot of videos that they put out, like promotional videos, and it's just them with talking about their ligers and the elephant and like all of their animals, and they seem to treat those animals very well. They're constantly grooming them and feeding them like pretty quality meat, like like it looks kind of nicer than things that I would buy for myself. So I think that he is a good zookeeper. But there were more accusations than just about like animal abuse or whatever. I don't think he abused any animals. He may have sold some cubs. That's a possibility, but I don't think he euthanized any. He has old cats on his property, and I just don't believe that he euthanizes those cats. He seems to really adore these animals, and but there were more accusations. They said that he's like this polygamist who goes after these young virgin girls who want to become tiger trainers and basically makes them marry him. It's They accuse him of being kind of like a cult leader, and I could see that. I think that's probably more likely than him abusing animals. That he is that he has kind of started this cult of like uh, new age Buddhist, girls. But I mean, in the I think a lot of the people that they tried to pass off as being his girlfriends are actually like his relatives. Just from watching like the promotional videos that they made, that at Myrtle Beach Safari or whatever it's called, one of the main girls that I think they showed a picture of in the series, says she's his daughter in this promotional video, and I think that he does have a few girlfriends. I heard him in like one of those videos I was talking about. I heard him claim to have three girlfriends, but he never says that he has wives. He says that he's single and has a few girlfriends, and that's not illegal. There's nothing that we can really do about that as Americans. Like that's his choice. If he wants to date several women, it's not something that I would recommend. I've always been kind of a one woman person myself, but I'm not going to like condemn him as a zookeeper and as a professional because he has different lifestyle choices to what I would choose for someone. He does have like he has a dog named Buddha, and I think he does kind of encourage the women that work at the safari to change their names to more Eastern kind of uh, new agey kind of names. Like the one girl that shit talks him the most in the Netflix series. I think they changed her name from Barbara to Bala, which that really kind of annoys me when like little American white girls like become yoga master balas. But it's none of my business. Is my main like point. It's none of our business if he has a lot of girls. It's none of his our business if he is super into yoga. I mean, that's your choice as an American citizen. I would love to sit down and talk to him about the Bible, but it's not my but if he doesn't want to hear it, I can't stop him from having three girlfriends, Like if he were breaking the law and like hurting these tigers or um, beating these women or having inappropriate relationships with underage women, which there was never even an accusation of. There was never an accusation that he was dating a teenager. They were all like 18 and older. So it's like he says in the series, he's not fucking around, like he's not making mistakes. So so in a way it kind of does support the theory that he's a cult leader even more even more because there's so much method to his madness. You know what I mean? It seems like he has thought through every aspect of his life and the people on his property's life. But as someone who has been around, big dogs my whole life, I know that you have a certain responsibility to have thought through every interaction when there are strangers on your property. So he's having, the public come and pay to come tour his little safari. And so therefore he has the responsibility to it's his responsibility to see every mistake that any individual could make at any time. Because, if a tiger kills someone, no one's ever going to go back if he isn't like arrested. I just so yeah, I mean, he might be in a way like he might be offering this attractive kind of mystic lifestyle to women, and that might be attractive to them and they move on his property and work for him. But I don't think that's not against the law. You know what I mean? Like, it's not against the law to have an attractive job or offer attractive jobs to attractive people. And he has several men who work for him, and they never even talk about that in the documentary. They just make it look like everyone who works for him is a potential sexual partner. And Netflix is trash. Everybody knows that Netflix documentaries are very like exaggerated and um, you know, but you know, Netflix is trash. All their series are satanic as fuck. And people will like straight up laugh in my face when I say that I think that um, Netflix is satanic, but like they have a show named Lucifer. They have a show about a teenage witch. They have several shows about like vampires. They have there's like ritual magic in every other episode of every other series on Netflix. Dragula. Are you fucking kidding me? But it's just I don't know. It's just part of our culture now, and it's unfortunate that but people become sensationalized and they when you're in the frenzy, you don't notice the details of your surroundings because you're focused on like the bigger aspect of what's going on around you. I don't know if I can explain that any other way, but yeah, guys, I love you. 2 videos in one day. You're welcome.